Why does God allow hard things in our lives? Why do faithful people still face pain, loss, and struggle? If you've ever asked that question, you're not weak, you're human. But the Bible reveals that hardship is never meaningless and never outside God's purpose. There are moments when life feels unfair, when prayers seem unanswered, when it feels like God is silent. But Scripture reminds us of this truth. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. Pain does not mean God is distant. Often it means He is nearer than we realize. The Bible never promises a life without hardship, but it does promise purpose within it. Consider it pure joy whenever you face trials of many kinds, because the testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1:2-3. Trials are not punishment, they are preparation. Joseph was betrayed, sold, and imprisoned, yet God was shaping a deliverer. Moses wandered the desert for 40 years, yet God was preparing a leader. Paul suffered beatings, prison, and rejection, yet God was spreading the gospel. Scripture declares, "As for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good." Genesis 50:20. What looks like delay is often divine design. First, trust God even when you don't understand. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5. Faith begins where certainty ends. Second, grow through the trial instead of resisting it. Suffering produces perseverance, perseverance character, and character hope. Romans 5:3-4. God is not wasting this season. Third, allow your pain to serve a greater purpose. Praise be to God, who comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble. 2 Corinthians 1:3-4. Your struggle may become someone else's strength. And finally, keep an eternal perspective, for our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. 2 Corinthians 4:17. This chapter is not the end of your story. God does not promise an easy path, but He promises His presence. And surely I am with you always, to the very end of the age. Matthew 28:20. Hold on, He is still working. If this message spoke to you, take a moment and reflect. What trial are you facing right now? And how will you respond in faith? You are not alone.